Hello everyone, this is our Cisco Packet Tracer Internet of Things walkthrough video. In this video we're going to interact with many different IoT devices here in this smart home within Cisco Packet Tracer. So this is just a house, and all these devices I put on top of it make it into a smart home. So where did all these devices even come from? Well, here in the bottom left corner, we see by default we're in network devices. Here we can see we have categories for routers, switches, hubs, wireless devices, and even security. We're going into end devices. So I'll click on end devices, and here we'll see our common end devices, our PCs and laptops, printers, and phones and TVs. But besides that, there's even other subcategories. For example, home. Inside of home, we'll see air conditioning units, smart appliances like coffee makers, we'll see speakers and ceiling fans, smoke detectors, and even lamps and lawn sprinklers. All these items that we can try to interact with and control here in Cisco Packet Tracer. It's very easy to deploy. All we'd have to do is click on one and click on our screen, and then it's on our house. We'll be setting up one of those later. Our next subcategory, we can even see a smart city. It includes street lamps, more on solar panels, and even wind detectors. We can go further and take a look at industrial, and even go further than that and power grid items. All of these being deployable here in Cisco Packet Tracer. So let's take a look at our current house as it is right now. With our smart house, we have our ceiling fan, we have our thermostat, smoke detector, smart lamp, our appliance, which is a coffee maker, and even our door with opening and closing and locking, and a garage door. At the top, we have a battery backup system, as well as a solar panel that is receiving energy from the sun. Now, all the way at the bottom by the pool, there is a lawn sprinkler. We'll be utilizing that later on. In the middle of our house, we have something called an MCU, and this is a microcontroller. And this allows us to actually program events for when the front door or the ceiling fan should be turned on or turned off automatically based on variables. Besides that, at the top, we have what's called a home gateway. And this is how we're going to be interconnecting all of our IoT devices here in this smart house. So we click on the home gateway, we can see here that we go to the physical tab. In the physical tab, we can see our physical view of what the home gateway looks like. It has 4 network ports on the front, and an internet port, as well as multiple wireless antennas for connectivity. In our config tab, we can see what type of interfaces are here and what we can configure. For the GUI tab, we can see that there's an index.php file. This is used for a registration server that's on the home gateway. This is going to allow us to remotely or locally manage all of our IoT devices that are network capable from sitting on a web page. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. In the Attributes tab, we can see our MTBF for mean time between or before failure, the cost, power source, and some basic other information. So how do we interact with these devices? Well, we can either have them registered with our home gateway and control them via web page, but there's another way too. We're able to click on these while we hold down our Alt key. For example, this smart coffee maker is off right now. If I hold down my Alt key, I can left click on the coffee maker and it turns on. The light goes on. I can click on it again and it turns off. Same with the smart lamp. It's off right now, but if I hold down my Alt key and left click on it, it turns on. Click on it again, it goes brighter, and then it turns off. Now we can deploy new devices very quickly and easy inside of Cisco Packet Tracer, as well as we can hook them up to networks and registration servers to be controlled very quickly as well. So right now I have a lawn sprinkler. What I can do is I can click on it and we can take a look at a couple of the features and settings on it. When I click on the lawn sprinkler, it tells us this is a sprinkler for the lawn. We're able to have it registered to a registration server so we can control it. And this thing's gonna raise the water level. That's the purpose of the lawn sprinkler. It will put out water. Down below we can see we can alt click on it to directly interact with it, and also we can remotely control it via a registration server. So how does this registration server work? Because that's what we're about to utilize. First, I need to go on a machine that can access that web page on the home gateway. So I'll click on the tablet. On the tablet, I'll go to my desktop tab and my web browser. I'm gonna put in the IP address of that home gateway, which is 192.168.25.1. That's the default IP. When I hit enter, it'll ask me for a username and password. The default is admin for both of those. So check it out, all these devices here are registered to the home gateway. So I can go ahead and click on any of these items like the smart coffee maker, and I can actually turn it on or turn it off from here. And as you make changes in this system, you'll be able to see it live occurring on the devices. So I'll turn on the coffee maker and now it's on. And then I can even turn it off. Same with other items like the lamp. I can put the lamp on dim, goes on low, put it on, which is high, or again, turn it off. So how do we add our own device to this? Well, we have this lawn sprinkler, and it's kind of boring to have to go outside and turn the water on and off. What if it could be remotely controlled? Well, we can make it happen. So what we're going to do is we'll click on the lawn sprinkler, and now in the lawn sprinkler, I'm going to go to my config tab. In the config tab is a wireless adapter for my lawn sprinkler. I'm going to make sure I set it up though so it actually utilizes a wireless password, and I have to type that in. And that's going to be my secret key. By doing this, I want to make sure it gets an address and hooks to wireless. I see the wireless connection came through and it hit the home gateway. Now I'm on the wireless network, but lastly, we need to tell it to actually hook up. And we'll go more into detail on this in a later video. Use a home gateway for the registration IoT server. At this time, this lawn sprinkler should be connected to that home gateway. And if I go back to my tablet, check it out. At the bottom here, where we did not see before, now we see lawn sprinkler, grass. I can click on it, and look at that. Right now, the lawn sprinkler is off. From sitting with my tablet on the couch in my smart house, I can tell that status to go green by clicking on it, and now I'm watering the lawn remotely. This could have been done locally on my smart home network, or even externally from something on the internet if I set up the home gateway to be accessible. So take your time, play with Cisco Packet Tracer, and build your own convenient and awesome smart home networks.